Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys, and welcome back to another review. Now, this one comes by surprise when I did a reaction to Arian with their song Eye of Ra, where there was a lot of different musicians on stage. Somebody recommended for me to check out Metal Allegiance, which is basically a huge supergroup for the thrash and metal artists and Dream Theater and Test, like all these members coming together to create this supergroup. And I'm like, once I heard that there's a bunch of thrash guys coming together to do various kinds of music, I had to check it out. The first one I saw with Bobby Blitz, me being a big Overkill fan, I need to see what this is all about. I need to see if this is good. How could I have missed this? With that being said, I do have my criticisms. I can be a strong critic for those who are new to this channel, and I try to voice them, but more in a spirit of conversation rather than criticism and artist, just because I wanted to tell you what I personally feel, and I don't want to hold back. Now let's do it and see what we got. Alex from Testament. Andres Gesser. Chuck Billy. So far, it sounds pretty good, but it sounds like an Alex show. It sounds like he wrote the song. It sounds very Testament-like. I don't feel any Andres Kisser in there, or I'm not sure who the bassist, and I can't really tell who the drummer is. Wait a minute, Andres Kisser has a Sacrifice t-shirt? That's a Canadian thrash metal band. I really love them. Dave Ellefson. Oh, Mike Portnoy. That's Dream Theater's drummer, isn't that? If I'm correct. I'm not a big Dream Theater fan. So far, I mean, it's solid, you know, but I just hear Overkill's vocals on a slightly mix between Overkill and Testament sound. And really not much going on. I mean, it's cool, and just to see like these artists come together, but so far I'm not blown away. Gary Holt. I love Bobby Blitz. I always loved Bobby Blitz's voice because he has such a unique vocal performance. Not to mention, he's a hell of a performer on stage, hyperactive. I always love the energy of Overkill. I mean, I've heard some not very nice things about the band, how they treat smaller bands. But to me personally, just as a fan, that doesn't really affect how much I like the music. I might not like the person. Prime example, Dave Mustaine. But I still respect the artists and what they stand for and kind of the music they created and how they've contributed to the genre. Yeah, Alex is he's a hell of a fucking guitarist. He has this bluesy background that's just so good. It sounds so good when he plays solos. I think in general, Testament. I've said this many times. I think Testament is underrated as a thrash metal band. So far, I mean, again, it's cool. I'm interested to check out the full album after this reaction, but I hope that there's like just better songs than this in this project. Yeah, that's Andreas good set. You know, it's I think this album has almost zero chance of living up to the hype for me because your head is always going to blow it out of proportion to what it actually is. It's just guys wanting to come together and do something cool, and probably that's pretty solid and in many ways probably better than some of these solo artists like it might be over better than the Overkill album, you know? But the fact that they're all coming together for this thing and everybody's featured on the songs, I'm expecting so much. And I'll have to come back and maybe perhaps do a late review to it because you guys know how much I love thrash metal. It is my favorite genre. Even if something's just solid, I will listen to it to death because it's just, I miss the aggressiveness and the riff-based kind of music of thrash metal. That being said, I would love to hear from you guys as well, kind of what your thoughts on it are. And make sure to enjoy the rest of your day. Keep it metal.